What's good with it, y'all? It's your boy Santo G, back at it. You already know, spreading unity, prosperity, and respect. Above all, if you're new here, do me a favor. Hit that subscribe button, tap that notification bell. It don't cost you nothing and it will help out this channel. So today, I wanted to just touch on the back and forth between Munchie B and shout out the homie P-Face. You already know, man. We team P-Face over here. Straight up. All it seems like to me, honestly, from the very beginning, it seemed like Munchie B was just looking for content. He had ran out of content at that point in time. And he was talking a lot about P-Face. Anytime he would get on camera, he would ask the other people what they thought about P-Face and that whole situation, without doing his homework, without realizing that when that situation happened, there was a back and forth. It was dissing each other. They dissed what P-Face ethnicity is, and he just dissed back. It wasn't nothing like if he just said, hey, fuck this group of people. And I like the fact that he did an interview with DC Baby Draco, little hood vlog, and he explained the situation. You feel me?
I seen the vlogs trying to paint a picture like you NK, and you don't mess with blacks. Can you finally speak on that, bro?
Hey, we gonna speak on that.
You got to, cause look, I'm black. I'm doing the vlog. I'm black.
And you know, I'm straight up with you. You feel me?
Straight up.
I'm right here with you. You know, if I really would have felt some type of way, you know, end of the day, I'm not no, you know, ain't no sneaking animosity. Look, I'm not justifying anything. I apologize for all my black fans, for all the black children, all the black moms, all the black fathers, anything, homie. Look, I was on live with a Crip. He was saying Mexicans. You already know. I'm with the homie who's a black Southsider. I see him crack that up saying, you know, back. So I just started saying it too. But I was 12 years old at the time. And you know, now that they see me rapping, you know how like they get clips of Justin Bieber saying that shit too, or like all this shit. Now they trying to paint the picture.
So, in case you guys don't know what's going on, I'm going to go ahead and play the clip of Munchie B trying to antagonize G Uno, who's a Pyru from Compton. He's pretty much on his helmet telling them to get on. P-Face pretty much telling them.
Is you giving him a fade, yes or no?
For sure.
Well, what we talking about?
Not for no bag.
Hold on.
No bag.
He just uncovered some shit.
So Treetop overweight our race?
Nah, not at all.
So what we talking about? Y'all sound dumb.
Not for no bag, no, blood. You sound stupid, blood.
How?
Not for no bag. It's too personal. I don't want no bag because you saying the N-word. It's personal. I'm gonna do this for free.
Yeah.
On rules.
Type shit.
Fuck a bag.
That's Flame 500, Munchie. No, look.
Anything I do for free, I'll for sure do it for some money.
No, look.
I hear you, boss. You got it.
No, look, Munchie, look. I'll squabble blood, but I already know the outcome. I'm gonna knock blood out.
That's the whole point.
I'm gonna knock blood out.
And so forth.
Blood.
So, that happens. P-Face sees it. He responds in the Camp Capone. We gonna go ahead and listen to what P-Face had to say. And then we gonna get a little bit of what Munchie B says. And then I'm gonna give you my full reaction. Let's get into this. Boom. So that's the clip. Let's get into it. We're gonna get P-Face reaction to that whole clip of Munchie B trying to pump up G Uno, and then we're gonna get to hear what Munchie B has to say in response to this, and then I'm gonna give you guys my full reaction.
We can't hear it.
Let's go.
Oh, there you go.
Like try to make it seem like, and try to use it and for their own benefit, for their own platform. Like if they really feel some type of way, how come none of them got at me? Like on a personal level, you know, none of them has ever got me. I see these little clips on No Jumper, how they speak up on.
Pretty much, Camp Capone asked him, how does he feel watching how Munchie B was trying to pump other people up, G Uno, pretty much that situation. How did he feel by Munchie B trying to pump up G Uno to stir the pot? Because he knows G Uno is from Compton. You feel me? This is his response to that.
In the situation, how come none of them really told me nothing about it, you know? So it's just like, that's what I kind of feel weird, you know? Like, if you really feel some type of way, address me about it instead of not speaking on it, you know, just for little clips, you know? That's just corny, because at the end of the day, I could say, oh yeah, I'm all about, what's it called, Rasa, all that shit, but I'm beefing it with amongst each other, and I'm smutting, what's it called, other Mexicans, like, what's it called, you know? How am I saying I'm all about Rasa, but I'm doing all that shit? Same thing when I see with them, you know, what's it called, they be, what's it called, smutting each other instead of, what's it called, you know, getting money together, you know? But that's why they try to say, oh, he dissed our community, what's it called, how you gonna say you dissed your community, but you guys are beefing amongst each other with your community? Same thing with us, you know, we got some, you know, what's it called, but it's not necessarily the black community, but the people who try to speak up on me, like Munchie B, what's it called, all them little fools, like, what's it called, I see that fool talking about 4 extra every second, and, you know, always talk about me, you know, saying that, and he try to instigate with some fools from, what's it called, Treetop, you know, shout out to the Treetops, try to instigate, what's it called, saying, oh, you should fade him over that. If you really feel some type of way, you do it. What's it called, why you trying to, oh yeah, you heard what this was, why you even trying to get in Compton politics, you know? What's it called, as it already is, you know, the little tension is already right there, why you trying to add on, what's it called, that's like the female shit, he's instigating, you know, and he's all the way from Inglewood, and he blind, he what's it called, when it comes out to it, he not gonna put in no work, he's just gonna use that blind shit. That's why I'm like, nah. When I see him talking about it, what's it called, and say, oh, what's it called, like, oh, he's dissing the black community. How you gonna talk about the black community?
We're gonna listen to everything, and then I'm gonna give you my full reaction. All right? Let's keep going.
When you right there beefing it with all these fools, you know, like, that's why, to be honest, I'll say I personally don't got beef for nobody. Like, I really don't got beef for nobody, dog. Straight up, I'm the same way person, you know. So that's why you don't see me, what's it called, like dissing my enemies in my music on that shit, you know, all that shit. This fool right there doing some like female shit, you know, like, that's why I'm like, I don't know what's up with that fool.
Okay. What's your thoughts?
Okay, look, before I got did content on this, is Morals Over Money is gonna premiere after this, right?
Okay.
First of all, if you
let me just say, hey, hearing P-Face, what he had to say about the situation, I salute him. You know what I mean? Pretty much what he's trying to say is that how you gonna be over here instigating beef between two races when you know for a fact that it be more black and black on crime and brown on brown crime than anything. I believe that's all he was trying to say in that aspect. And right now, when we trying to bridge that gap, why you gonna instigate it? Like he said, he could have got at him direct. Messaged them. P-Face is a humble ass homie, you know what I'm saying? I've interacted with him where I'm right there going with my good people at Big Puff. They right there shooting a music video inside the smoke shop. And homeboy was humble. We were just right there chilling. He started freestyling. We was blazing. Then we was in the studio doing some more scenes. But one thing I can say, even though he was busy, he kept coming back, like checking up. Like, what's up? You guys good? You good? All right, feed me. You know what I mean? And not everybody will do that. He wasn't Hollywood or nothing like that. I'm pretty sure if homeboy would reach out, he'll respond. You feel me? So now let's hear what Munchie B has to say.
Say anything in with the hard ER, it's not Compton or Bompton politics no more. It's not that, right? Okay.
I'll give him that.
You know he's a rapper. You want to get his shit out there. I'm like, man, squabble him up. I'm not talking about killing nobody. You an entertainer, he is. That's what they doing these days. They rappers and entertainers, influencers, they fighting. That's what it is.
But so he's saying that you said, hey, G, you know, you should take P-Face Baby's fade instead of you doing it?
No, I know into it, but the thing is, bro, I don't want to get into it like with me doing things because, bro, hey, like, okay.
Can't see, can't fade.
I got enough respect. I can send the homies over there to electrocute a nigga. But that ain't what I want to do. I'm not on that. I'm not about to send nobody to do nothing like.
Ain't people doing that no more. Straight up, people is not doing that no more. Ain't no little homies gonna go crash out just because you told them, oh, I don't like this food, man. That's one thing I do not. That's one thing I feel like people lose with the tongue a lot. Straight up. Munchie B, hey, he was one point in time he was out there doing his shit and everyone salutes him for that. But he's still stuck in that mentality thinking that he's that. Like my boy, you know what I mean? Like you got a whole disability. You can't even see. I don't believe that he can't see fully, but he can't see to the point where I don't think he's gonna be out there fading people and stuff like that. You feel me? So, just, you know what I mean? I feel like some people need to just remember where we at. Times changed. It ain't the same as back then. You know?
Gloves up, guns down. You disrespected a whole race, bro. You didn't diss nobody hood. It's not Compton politics. It's not. And then, okay, furthermore, said to your face, you had an interview scheduled with Adam 22 and Munchie B, and you canceled. Lord, do the schedule. And she said he's going to reschedule. I text Adam. I said, no, you're not. I said, no, you're not, because I got a call. A mutual party that messed with OTR said, hey, bro, I kind of bag up off of P-Face, you know what I'm saying? He was young at the time. You know, if somebody came at me like that during a live using the verbs, I would have talked Ish back too.
That's true.
Yeah, it's cool because me and Adam got an interview coming up with him soon.
Because that's my only issue with what he's saying. He's saying like, oh, nobody would say it to my face or even message me directly.
Oh, I will.
But we did have an interview planned in which I know you had a lot of stuff that you wanted to get out.
He canceled.
And by the end of that interview, I'm sure we would have all.
Let me just clear it up for the homie. He posted screenshots and everything. He didn't cancel. Something popped up and he had to reschedule. Which, it happens. It happens. Especially if you popping. You got a lot of stuff you got to do. Hey. He tried to reschedule. Y'all couldn't get on the same page after that. It seems like after that, they was dodging it. He could say the same thing for Munchie. In the screenshots that I seen. Because he never once said, no, he don't want to do it. He was trying to, hey, can we do it this day? Can we do it that day? And it just never happened.
Cool. We wasn't on good terms because I wasn't coming with a bad interview. Yeah. I wasn't coming with a bad interview. I'm trying to get understanding. Okay, well, when he came in, he sat down for some seconds. He departed. He shook hands with Ant, shook hands with me. He said he's from. And him and Ant, they exchanged the communities. He left. Okay, and then me and Ant start getting tagged and reactions. Oh, you let him diss black people. Oh, why y'all didn't say nothing? Oh, I never heard of his hood or him or his music. So now I'm listening in. So now I'm like, I'm not feeling it because if you don't like black people, why even talk to me, right? So don't even talk to me if you don't like my people. Now I start running across shit like DC Baby Draco. They did some shit here.
Okay.
Apologize. Oh, it's cool. Whoa. But I did an interview with Adam and what's my boy Cheetah.
That's what pissed him off. I thought he was behind the scenes being like, yo, Gino, you gotta take this fade for me.
No.
That's a little different.
You do some of the interviews you don't be remembering, but guess what? He keeps saying, oh, say it to my face, you canceled. And when you canceled, Laura, who scheduled everybody, she said, oh, he got to reschedule. I text Adam, I said, no, he ain't. He ain't coming. He go cry in the car.
I thought that you were being pessimistic.
No,
it didn't get rebooked after that.
I got a call, and somebody like, man, kick back off of him because I'm like, all right, I overstand because now I came across the content where he said he apologized. He was young. Somebody was talking ish to him back. He talked it back. You know, so he don't feel that way. And my thing was, is you trying to be cool because you know, black people we at the door when it comes to hip hop. You want to be in the hip hop realm. Is you being cool because of that, or you naturally grow out of whatever, or you said something because you just shoot some slugs back? That's all it was. And then the content.
Before we go forward, there's one thing that I wanted to touch on, right? And people could act front like they wouldn't do it, but you never know till you're in that situation. If you getting into it with somebody, you dissing, they dissing back, you having a back and forth, and then they go to that to where they say fuck Mexicans, right? If you going back and forth, they dissing, you dissing, even though you don't feel that way, you don't have that in your heart, because you're mad at that moment and the only comeback you have is to say fuck them, it might slip out. It might slip out straight up. I done been in a situation where my neighbors can attest to this. Shout out Mo, shout out my boy Tip. They can attest to this. We out there, they trying to jump my neighbor Mo. I go back him up. Now I'm getting into it with the 3 dudes that were trying to jump in. And then they start dissing, saying, fuck whoop-de-whoop. They say fuck Mexicans. They don't diss the hood, but they said fuck Mexicans. And it took a lot of me to just hold back and they seen it to the point that my boy Tip ran out of his house and boop out, fired on homeboy that dissed like that. So, let's be real. We done all been in situations, whether you want to admit it or not. You done been in situations where you done said some shit that you know damn well if there was a camera around, all of us would be canceled. And that's just a fact. Let's stop acting, stop painting a picture for the camera, man. Straight up. Let's keep going.
I did earlier, I didn't call him out his name, although I wanted to, because I want to leave room for dialogue. Because once you talk and say something too disrespectful, after that, all bets is off. I ain't talking to him. So I wasn't going to disrespect him. You know what I'm saying? But I want him to pull up now.
Do you think that he had somewhat of a valid point with the whole, like, okay, there's already somewhat tension between sections that could be exacerbated?
Yes.
Because it don't matter about your...
That yes. Salute Lush for bringing that up. P-Face did have a big point, saying, why are you trying to stir the pot on Compton beef? Because he was talking to Compton Pyru, trying to get into it with a homie that's from a Compton barrio. That is stirring the pot, especially in a time right now where it seems like we finally bridging the gap. It is. He just seems like he's the type of person that you can't tell him nothing. No matter what he says, he's always right. He's always gonna have a comeback. To be honest, that's how Munchie B seems like to me. He got a big ego. He can't let it go. He don't accept the fact that he's blind and he ain't that person he was. And he always right. I don't know. Let me know what you guys think. Let's keep going.
When you say the N-word with the R-E-R, it is beyond Long Beach, Compton, Inglewood, Gardena, Pasadena. It don't matter about that. You talking about a race.
Okay, it don't matter about that. But when you're trying to get Compton Pyru to go at him, it turns it into a Compton problem. So it's kind of like I said, you know what I mean? He can never be wrong. He always has to be right.
You didn't do that. So don't say you you're not in Compton politics if you dissing a race. If I say F the disrespectful term for Mexicans,
which you
all
have
to be offended, not just the Inglewood Mexicans.
For sure. Peso Pluma's gonna get it,
but I don't think that he's in any way like standing on the fact that he said some racial terms when he was much younger on Instagram or whatever.
All right, now Adam's just trying to back up Munchie right there, as he should. But pretty much, man, I just want to salute the homie P-Face, man, straight up. Because like I said, a lot of people could have been like, oh, hid, this, and that. Nah, he's been out there doing interviews. Anytime they ask him, he answers the same way. Which leads you to, he's telling the truth. You can't look at different interviews and then catch him in, oh, he said this, and it was different. He always says the same thing, exactly how it happened. And what's crazy about it that everybody tends to overlook, there was a brother right there next to him when he was saying that, a brother from his hood. So how can you say he's racist when there's a brother from his barrio that's his brother? It's like, come on, that alone should have let people see past the bullshit. It was a smear campaign on the homie. They seen a young homie coming up and he got a good head on his shoulders and he got bars. Man, they see him as competition. That's my point of view. Let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. My bad, the gimbal just died out on me. But let me know what you guys think. It's your boy Santo G, man. Real, raw, and uncut. You already know. P-Face, salute. Let's get it.